folks, it's Steve with Prima Coffee here. Today we're going to take a look at the Feldgrind hand grinder by Knock. Now, this is one of those superb hand grinders that have hit the market in recent years. It's got excellent build quality all the way through, really a joy to use, and it's kind of a remarkable little hand grinder in that it's rethought a lot of the things that go into making a hand grinder. You know, it's not just portable, it's not just small and compact, but it's an excellent grinder all the way through. So it is a fairly compact grinder. It's probably similar in size and shape to the full-size Porlex grinder. However, it's a little bit thicker, and unfortunately it doesn't fit in an AeroPress unless you want to actually put it in the brew chamber rather than the plunger. But of course, that's no knock against it. It's still a fantastic grinder, as I said. Now we have this removable handle that comes off really easily. It actually also has this little window, so when it locks on, you can see what grind setting you're set at. Up top, we have a nice little cap. This is the whole body of the grinder is all aluminum. It has this little O-ring that locks it in firmly in place. We also have a stepless adjustment. So all of these markings, of course, are really easy to read, very stand out with the enamel coating to kind of offset them and add some contrast. Grind adjustment is very, very easy. You can either lock on the handle and just give it a twist so you can watch the numbers roll by, or you could remove the lower portion and push up on the burr just to lock it in place. And again, just give the adjustment a twist left or right to loosen or tighten. Inside, you can sort of see here we have a stabilization mechanism. There's actually two bearings. It's a double bearing stabilization, which makes it very, very, very solid. It's very hard to actually get any burr wobble manually. So you can imagine that there's really not much happening while you're grinding. Now down below we have 38mm steel conical burrs. You'll notice, however, that they're discolored black, and that's because they actually have a ceramic-like material coating that's going to harden them and give them a little bit longer life. They'll stay sharper for longer, giving you much more usable life out of these burrs than their uncoated equivalents. The hopper, the upper portion hopper, holds about 40 to 45 grams of coffee at the most, so it's really good for mostly single cup brews, but if you need to brew a larger batch for a couple of friends, you certainly could. The grind range is great from even Turkish fine up to, you know, a semi-coarse, maybe French press territory. Really, we've seen the best performance from that fine Turkish or espresso up through the coarser end of a medium, so into your larger Chemex brews and a French press if you really wanted to. Grinding is very, very easy, nice and smooth. Again, it has those two bearings on the inside, so it makes a very easy grinding process. And the design of the burrs is such that they're a little bit aggressive on that primary cut, and then the finishing cut is nice and smooth. So if I add a little bit of coffee here, I have it set at a sort of medium setting right now. Now the aperture, because the opening at the top, because of this grind adjustment, is a little bit smaller than some other grinders, but it's certainly not hard to just take a couple handfuls or even just spoonfuls of coffee at a time and load it up. Again, really, really easy to just snap that handle on, and grinding is superbly easy and smooth. Now I also have a little bit of a silicone wrap around the hopper here, which makes for an easier grip, but also easy to store the handle should you want to pack it up for travel. Really easy to use there. And I can just pop off the bottom, and you can take a look at the grind consistency here. Again, sort of a medium coarse setting that I had. This would be good for a Cleta wave brew for sure. And the brews that we get out of this taste fantastic. They taste similar to electric grinders that cost a few $100s more even. So really, again, fantastic little hand grinder, great performance, great build quality. That is the Feldgrind by Knock. Thanks for watching.